Okay, so Linda, we just created a filing system to help you remember the Hebrew letters from 11 to 20. So 11 is what file, Linda?
The light switch.
And what happened to help you remember the letter? Your husband coughed on the light switch.
Coughing.
Ah.
Yeah.
And then and
Ted
then
coughed on
suddenly
the light
a
switch.
llama runs up. A llama runs up behind him and he spins around and it starts spitting on his diploma,
Spitting
which
on
is
the
12.
diploma.
What letter is that? Llama? Spitting?
Llama.
Lamed, right. And then the your husband squeezes the llama's neck and his brain pops out of his head and flies onto the chair, which is what letter?
Memory.
Right. And then the nun
And
comes up and she says, "Oh, you got slime all over your brain, slime's all over my chair." She takes the brain over to the table and starts whacking it with the ruler. This lady, what is she?
she's a nun.
Which what is what letter?
Noon.
Okay, and then the rabbi comes up and he says, "You Catholic people got it all wrong. I need my minion." And he grabs the brain and takes it over to the quilt, puts the quilt over his head, puts the quilt over the brain's head, and they start davening, which is what letter? Uncle
Sam.
Sa-
Stomach.
Uncle Samech, right? And then we go to the next room, which is your guest room. What's your 16th file? The dresser, right? And what happened
The
there?
dresser.
Yeah, what happened there? Somebody, Stephen was,
Ironing.
which is what letter? Iron. Iron.
Iron.
He's ironing
Iron.
an eye, right? And then he takes it over to 17, which is what?
The sewing machine.
Sewing
And we're
machine.
sewing
And
we're sewing 17 $1 bills.
for what? So you
And
can do what? What letter?
stomach.
Pay.
Hey. Hey.
Right.
Hey.
Pay. That's the 17th letter. And then we go to 18 and we go
Which is the
over there.
desk.
What's 18?
The desk.
The desk, right? And who's there? Yoav. He's like, "Hey, give me that money. I'm gonna give it to charity." And he does, and then they start putting anointing oil over his head, his bald head, and his head's shining. Okay, and what letter is that? He's a righteous man.
Righteous. It's fresh. No,
Zadik.
no, no, no. Sadi.
Right, there
Sadi.
you go. And then over on 19, he goes, now that he's all anointed, he's like, now I really can quiz you. And he picks up a pillow that has a question mark on it, which represents what letter?
Cough.
Kuf. Kuf.
Poof. Poof.
Chaf is
Uh,
the, this is kuf, right?
coughing.
The Q. And then 20, he points out the window and he says, I want some of that. I want that
Rabbit.
rabbit, which is what letter?
Which is Resh.
Very good. Excellent job. I want you to please practice that forward and backward this week. Good job. You're doing great. Was this recorded?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.